What is up, YouTube? As you can tell, I am back in the Camry. The Camry is finally back. I just broke in the transmission, and that's what was wrong with it. I had a slipping transmission. Had two options of rebuilding the trans or getting a used one. Opted to go with rebuilding the transmission for longevity, and also upgraded the valve body. So yeah, so hopefully it could take nitrous and whatnot. So the reason of this video is because I wanted to talk about some modifications I found, improved the performance on the 2GR-FE. Now, starting with number 5 would be the intake. Yeah, sounds nice, and you can find some for cheap, like the setup I went with. This was like 80 bucks, eBay. It's actual cool there. I have another piece of piping that goes down there, and it makes it a coil there. But my builder that rebuilt the trans, he set it up like this. I don't know why, but I'll fix it. No worries. Now, I think the intake on its own only gains you like maybe 5 wheel horsepower, maybe. It's on its own, it's mainly for sound, in my opinion. I don't think it adds that much power. Yeah, it sounds cool when you're revving it and whatnot, sucking in the air, but I didn't feel that much of a performance upgrade compared to anything else. Now, jumping into number 4, it would be white pipe back and the exhaust work. I believe, yeah, it makes it sound a little bit better. It might help you breathe a tiny bit, because I know on the MKC white pipe it took out either some resonators or some cats. That probably is a little bit lighter, but it was mainly for sound, just like the intake. Yeah, you might gain like maybe 5-6 wheel horsepower, but nothing super significant, And for the price you're paying like some intakes, you're paying like 300 bucks for an intake. Fuck that, I'm good. I paid like 80 bucks for this, and you can custom make it on your own. So I went with that route, and then the exhaust work, it depends, if you go with an electric car. All right, if you go with like name brand stuff, it can get expensive, man. So I just went with like my exhaust shop around here, and get some, got muffler deletes, and I did pay a pretty penny for the white pipe. That was expensive, man. It's custom made. So looking back, I probably should have done something else first, but it is what it is. I had to get here regardless, So exhaust work would be 4th place, and then for 3rd I would do this. This is the, what is it? It's a manifold. It's the crap. It's beneath the intake manifold. Forget the name of it. Some people, there's a video out there of a dude that cuts them and ports them out basically, and it helps you gain power. It helps you breathe a little bit more, sucking in more air. They dynoed it. I think some guys have made like 8 wheel horsepower, and it doesn't, you already have one, so you have to port it all on your own. You can get like the parts to port it out on your own for like 20-30 bucks. You need a rotary tool, and that's it. So number 2, I would say that I actually saw a significant increase in performance was either having your OEM cats on the headers gutted, like how I did, the cheaper route, or have some name brand headers. I don't know which ones will fit on the Camry, but I know they fit like in MR2s. I know they have some. I think the RAV4s have some, but I don't know any of them that would fit the front wheel drive, versions of the 2GR-FE. So because of that, they're expensive as well. I went to the exhaust shop and they gutted them for me for like, with the muffler delete and gutting the cats on the headers, it was like 200 bucks. It was inexpensive, and I saw a big difference in the top end. My car would pull a lot harder around 5,000 RPM all the way to 7,200. Now for number 1, it would be, you can't see it that well, but it's behind the intake manifold, is a tune. I went with R9K tuned from stock. You rev out to like 6,500 RPM. With the R9K tune, I can rev out to 7,200 now. So it gives me more of a wiggle room to play with when I shift and etc. And from what I recall, we're able to shift quicker, you're able to rev higher, and it takes either 91, 87, or 89, depending on which tune you want for whatever octane you choose. So those are the top 5 modifications I would say are beneficial to the 2GR, without going forced induction, of course. You know, turbo, superchargers, nitrous, all that stuff. These are stuff you could do at home yourself, and for the money, I think myself, I paid for it, even with the Y pipe, which was the most expensive. It was like almost 800 bucks, 8 something. It was pretty inexpensive. All this whole build for bolt-ons and a tune ran me under $2,000. But alright guys, so if you have any questions, comments, let me know. Ask any questions in the comments. If you want give me any ideas of what videos you want me to talk about. I know this was a big one of people always constantly asking what I did to the car, what modifications I did to the car, where I got the parts, etc. So hopefully this answers some of your questions. But alright guys, see you guys in the next one. Peace.